Hi. If you are getting this video, it's because I wanted you to get it as part of a wider synchronistic magic journey. So about 50 years ago, a couple of anthropologist ladies went to work in West Africa and were studying reciprocity amongst the tribes, and came back and started a thing called the dream weaving movement. And there are lots of different lineages of that now, lots of different ways of doing it, and the one that I've been asked to join is called the Spark of Joy, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about it because I would love you to join as well if it feels like the right thing to do at the moment. So basically, everyone comes in with a dream, and it can be as big or small as you like. It's basically a kind of mandala almost. They're called after the elements. So there's a water in the center. Each water has 2 winds, and each water has 4 fires. So right now you are a spark because I am getting in touch with you, and I am wind at the moment. So I'm blowing to people who I think might like this or might benefit from it. So if you choose to say yes, then there's a little process around that, and you become a fire, and that takes about a month, and then normally takes about, moon, it works with the moons, and then you move to wind, and then you move to water. And there is a sort of abundance aspect to it, so you do contribute to join this group. It's $720 US, but the idea is that the fires always bring in the abundance. So there's 4 fires, and that's 4 times the abundance goes to the water. So by the time you're in the center as the water, you'll be getting 4 times your original payment back. The idea is that you get enough out of it that you would carry on, but there's absolutely no need to do it more than once, or even if you're not liking it while you're doing it, you can also jump back out again. But the idea really is I think it really adds a level of accountability and commitment. And in my time here, I've also realized, that it's actually a really beautiful journey in learning to commit, learning to be accountable, learning to be trusting actually as well, and to really start nailing down the dream that is in this round, to really vocalize it and to really share it with our little group. You'll be in a group with your water and your winds and your fires, and you kind of check in daily, meaning to just leave a little message, but you have 1 call a week together where you can all share, and it's a really lovely group because it tends to be friends of friends of friends anyway, but we really kind of help each other with our dreams and try to connect people that might be helpful, or in fact just to help with verbalizing what it is a dream is exactly. And it's a process. It is a process because we all have to learn also to take a leap of faith, to trust, to be able to receive gracefully as well when you're in the water stage, to be able to mutually support each other. And when one of us feels a little less inclined or kind of frustrated, the others will jump in and kind of re-engage and remotivate and encourage. And I think a lot of people do say, and there's also times when I've said, oh, it's all, I don't think I can commit right now, and I just got that feeling of whenever it's a sort of chore, but actually I always then, the minute I speak to anyone in my group, it just sort of the magic reignites. And it's as someone said, if you can't commit to your dreams, then what can you commit to? So actually it's a great lesson in learning what blocks us of actually stepping forward and stepping up and stepping in towards what we want to create for ourselves. And it can be anything from trips to somewhere on pilgrimages to Katie, who's my water now, is calling in a family and children. I'm calling in executive support, so PA, or any sort of collaboration to help me move my projects forward. Someone else was calling in cookery lessons, so it doesn't always have to be tangible, and it doesn't have to be huge, so or deeply meaningful. It can also, for those girls who've been doing it 7-8 years now, it's always something different that they want to bring in. And for some people, it's also really a political thing, a way of trying out different forms of economy, of looking at a more horizontal way of doing things and not hierarchical. and the level of, you know, transparency and vulnerability that takes. So it's kind of a very feminine flow of abundance and manifesting. So if this sounds in any way interesting, or it sounds like the thing you need in your life, it's a beautiful community of women from all over the world. And my group just now, we've had Costa Rica, Colombia, Canada, America, Europe, Switzerland, England, you know, Germany. I mean, there's all over. So it's also just a beautiful way of having a very strong community and a massive network globally to help us with things that we want to manifest. So let me know if you've got any interest. There are Spark calls, which are where the women who've been on for a while and are much better at explaining this than I am will explain a bit more. And those are always on a Friday and a Monday, usually around somewhere at the evening time in Europe. I would say probably about, well, I'll send you the links and then include it in this video. But the idea is that once you've joined, you never need to contribute anything again, but you keep getting more back. So it's actually a very beautiful, it's like the opposite of a Ponzi scheme. It's a sort of flower of life mandala, Taurus-like. You keep coming into the middle and then back out again, and back into the middle and then back out again, and the process just keeps repeating itself as much as you like, or as little as you like. So let me know if you're keen to find out more, and I'll put the links here as well. All the girls in my group, of which there are 2, are also very happy to jump in and say hi if you want to get a feel for it. So just thank you for listening for this long, and if not now, then it's open to you now because I've invited you. So it's all word of mouth. It's a verbal, oral sort of hand-me-down tradition. So yeah, I hope you're keeping really well, and let me know yay or nay, or let me know a bit more. Lots and lots of love.